This is the DBPower Outdoor Projector, Model S5. And my very first thought was, okay, let's see how much of this marketing actually holds up. I've used it for movies, sports, and a lot of console time to get a feel for what it really does well and where it cuts corners. From my experience, it's a native 1080p projector with a smart setup flow, modern wireless options, and better than expected gaming responsiveness. It's not a daylight projector and it's not truly 4K, but it delivers a big clean picture at night without making me fight the settings every time I move it. On look and feel, it's compact for what it can do. The unit is a little under 8 pounds, so it's not feather light, but it's easy enough to carry around the house or take outside. The shell is basic matte plastic, smooth corners, and a centered lens that gives it a simple, clean look. Build quality feels fine for the price. Nothing luxury. Nothing creaky either. The ports are where it shines. 2 HDMI, CEC is supported. 2 USB, AV, and a 3.5mm headphone jack give me options for a TV stick, a console, a laptop, or a USB drive with files. The remote is straightforward and thin. It works though, I wish the buttons had a bit more feedback. Airflow is clearly designed into the case, and the sealed optical engine is a nice touch because it helps keep dust off the internal lens. That matters over months of use. The speakers fire clearly enough for a bedroom and small living room. I'd call the look practical over premium, and that's exactly the expectation I had at this price. The actual setup is where the S5 won me over. I powered it up and autofocus snapped the picture into clarity on its own. The 6D auto keystone correction squared the frame, and screen fit aligned the image to my screen without me measuring angles. Keystone just means the projector corrects the picture so it becomes a perfect rectangle, even if it's not perfectly centered. Obstacle avoidance tries to nudge the image around things like hanging frames on a wall. It's not magic, but it gets close enough that I only did small nudges. The 0 to 100% zoom is handy when I want to shrink the picture without moving the projector. I used it at about 90 inches indoors and around 120 inches outside. On image quality, it's native 1080p, so 2.07 million pixels on screen. It supports 4K input, which means it can accept a 4K signal and downscale it to 1080p for display. If you're new to this, 4K supported is not the same as a true 4K projector. Still, 1080p looks sharp here. Credit to the autofocus and a solid lens. Text in menus and subtitles is crisp, and skin tones look natural after a quick tweak to color temperature. The 900 ANSI lumens claim is the correct kind of brightness number, unlike the inflated lux you see in sketchy listings. ANSI lumens measure real screen brightness. In my opinion, 900 ANSI is perfectly usable in a dim room or at night. Inside during the day with the shades open, the picture washes out. Usable only if you're okay with a faded look. Outside, it needs full darkness to look its best. I tried it at dusk and waited until the sun was gone to get that satisfying pop. For wireless, Wi-Fi 6 made casting from a phone more reliable for me than older 2.4 GHz only projectors. I mirrored short videos and photos with less stutter, and it kept a stable connection. Just know this bit of reality. Protected apps like Netflix and Prime usually block screen mirroring because of copyright. I plugged in a TV stick to stream those, and that solved it fast. That's not a DBPower only thing. That's how most streaming apps behave over mirroring. Bluetooth 5.2 is two-way here. That means I can send audio out from the projector to my Bluetooth soundbar, or I can use the projector as a Bluetooth speaker for my phone. Movies sounded fuller when I paired it to an external speaker. There can be a small delay with Bluetooth on some speakers, so if you're sensitive to lip sync, use the 3.5mm audio jack for wired speakers. For me, casual movie night on Bluetooth was fine. For rhythm games, I prefer wired. Gaming is the surprise. Input lag feels low for a unit in this price range. I played fast racers and a couple of twitchy platformers and didn't find myself overcorrecting or missing jumps due to delay. Motion looked clean enough that I didn't think about the projector, and that's the best compliment for this use. It's still a 1080p, 60Hz kind of device, so it's not replacing a 120Hz gaming monitor, but on a giant screen in a dark room, it's a blast. From my experience, this is where the S5 punches above its weight. Fan noise is a factor, the cooling system is efficient, and the sealed engine helps with long-term reliability, but you will hear the fans in a quiet scene. I'd call it a steady whoosh rather than a whine. When I routed audio to a soundbar, I stopped noticing it. If you rely on the built-in speakers at low volume, you'll notice the fan more. The speakers themselves are better than I expected at this size. Voices are clear, music is decent, but I still prefer external audio for movies. Key features that stand out for me are the smart setup tools that actually work, the honest 900 ANSI brightness, the stable Wi-Fi 6 casting for casual use, and the two-way Bluetooth. The sealed optical engine is practical too. Fewer worries about dust drift that can create blurry spots. I also appreciated that both HDMI ports support CEC. My streaming stick could turn the projector on and switch inputs automatically, which is convenient. I did run into one quirk where it switched inputs once without me asking. It didn't repeat, but I turned off CEC auto switching just to be safe. It's perfect for someone who wants a big screen at night without spending a fortune or wrestling with manual focus and keystone every time. It's perfect for a backyard movie night after sunset, a dorm room setup, or a living room where you can dim the lights. It's also perfect for casual work and school presentations in a shaded room because it can read files from USB and keep text sharp enough to be comfortable on the eyes. I'd recommend this for budget-minded gamers who want a large, responsive image, families who want a reliable, quick-to-set-up projector for movie nights, and anyone who values wireless convenience but plans to plug in a TV stick for streaming apps. If you need quiet fans and true 4K or plan to watch with bright windows open, this isn't the right fit. In my opinion, the S5 balances modern features with realistic performance. The marketing leans hard on 4K and outdoor, but the real story is a 1080p projector that's easy to live with and genuinely enjoyable when used where it shines, in the dark. The image is clean, the setup is painless, and the gaming latency is low enough to make me smile. The trade-offs are fan noise, speakers that are decent but not theater grade, and brightness that just isn't strong enough for daytime viewing without serious light control. From my experience, the sweet spot is a 90 to 120-inch screen in a dark room or backyard after sunset, paired with a small soundbar over Bluetooth or a wired speaker. Use a streaming stick for Netflix and the rest, and let the autofocus and auto keystone do the heavy lifting. That's where the S5 feels like an easy win. In conclusion, the DBPower Outdoor Projector is a practical, full HD projector that delivers where it matters for night viewing and casual gaming. It's not pretending to be a cinema rig once you look past the 4K supported headline, and that honesty in real use is what made me keep using it. I will share detailed information about the DBPower Outdoor Projector 4K with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth in the comments section, everyone. Thank you for watching.